for joining the Syndicate Network and your host, Skywalker the Jedi. Skywalker the Jedi.
Let me put into perspective how bad it is. Bring back Snyder, okay?
Whoa.
Wow.
No.
Agreed.
Hey, I don't think
Agreed.
they're good. They're not good, but they're better than this dog shit, okay? They were. So at least there was interesting discussions around those movies. And
when you look
interesting
back,
debates.
Jeremy, and you say, when you look back and you see that Superman's James Gunn did not make more money than Man of Steel, even without adjusting for inflation, it was over then.
Yeah.
That's when it was over.
It sold like half as many tickets, effectively.
Yeah.
Well,
What's good, y'all? It's your boy Skywalker back at y'all with another one. I mean, y'all could be anywhere else in the world right now, but you hear me rocking out, and I appreciate that. Shout out to everybody catching this on the live play and everybody that will be catching this on the replay crew as well. Oh, my goodness. Boy, do we have problems up here. Much love, y'all, man. Look, I appreciate you guys so much. Thank y'all for rocking out. Hey, hold up. We got the homie Integrity in here. Hold up, real quick. Before I even get to that, because I was going to do this, but since the homie's in here, I want to say happy birthday to the homie Josh Herrera, aka the Robin, aka the Joker of the Syndicate Network. You know what I mean? Hey, man, much love. Happy birthday to you, bro. Hope you enjoyed your day. And you already know what we got coming up. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be legendary, bro. But happy birthday. Much love to you. And I hope you enjoyed your day, bro. Much love. We got Integrity in the building. He said, F James, the red gun. Oh, the red flag gun. F this pathetic BS garbage universe, and F anyone that was dumb enough to clap like seals supporting the most moronic reboot in Hollywood history. Let them know, Integrity. They intentionally made a flop. I don't give a damn what anyone says. It's pure delusion to think otherwise. It's sabotage, not incompetence. Have a nice stream. ZSJL2 is inevitable. For sure. Look, we already know what's up, bro. I agree. This is sabotage. It's a sabotage. All right, yeah. Much love, Music City Soul. Much love, Alan Belk. He said if Paramount keeps James Gunn, the biggest reason is stupidity. He must be referring to that poll that I put in the chat. I said if Paramount keeps James James Gunn, what's the biggest reason? And the choices are they believe in his vision, existing contracts / finances, no interest in the Snyderverse, and it won't happen. So, yeah, we're going to see what's up. We're going to see how that poll turns out. What's up, DC Batman? Much love. Send Happy 5150. Much love, Nessa Noel, the current sponsor of the stream. We appreciate you. Much love and appreciation. Thank you for being here as well. Shouts out to you and the whole fam. I already said what up to the homie Josh and happy birthday. We got Sean Franklin in here. Yeah. Shout out. Hey, bro. Much love. We got DC all the way. Much love. Josh said, Sky, I saw Jackass screening and people in line were talking about how bad Supergirl reviews are amongst the entertainment industry. Yeah, hey, I already know what's up, right? We know what's good. Flop. Frank C said, enough from the clown. Right? Much love. And we got Divas in the building. Much love. Right? Yeah. Much love and appreciation. The first time seeing you in the chat. Let me go ahead and get through this little opening rigmarole so we can get started with the stream. Make sure you guys smash that like, share, and subscribe, as well as that notification bell so that you know when I'm going live or dropping a new video and all that good stuff. in case you didn't know, in case you don't know, we are the creators, the originators, the engine, the whatever you want to call it, of the hashtag sales ZSJL, hashtag sales Snyderverse and Netflix movement. We was trying to get Zack Snyder stuff back to your local theater, your IMAX, your Netflix accounts, all that stuff, you know, and we've been making great headway, and we've been just being positive, not mixing the hashtags, and not mentioning anybody outside of Netflix, and just kind of having a direct conversation with them. ZSJL to Netflix on YouTube, X, and Instagram are also platforms that you guys should be following / subscribe to, as all pertinent information will be coming from there, as well as myself and Apex Lux of the New Geeks. And if you'd like to sponsor a stream, whenever you guys give super chats, super thanks, gifted memberships, or anything of that sort, it is tallied up, and whoever donates the most will have their name scrolling across the bottom of a following stream like Nessa Noel does right now. Get caught back up with the chat, and then we'll get started. All right. Diva said, in James Gunn, he's right. Yeah, we're gonna see. Let's go ahead and get started. Because look, first, let me just show you guys that, you know, I reported on this back in, I believe it was May. And people were like, hey, Sky, you tripping? You know, we don't really know. Right? And I was like, hey, guys, there's this rumor that is stating that James Gunn is going to be staying at Paramount, right? We had a whole discussion about this. All right, let me bring this up. Little Skyception for y'all. Right, a little Skyception. Okay. But let's look at this real quick, right? I ain't even gonna play a whole bunch of this, but let's look. New rumors suggest James Gunn to stay at DC after Paramount merger. Correct? This is from back in May. All right, this stream was what was that on? It was on May 11th, I believe. All right. So when we was having this on May 11th. So when we was having this discussion back in May, you know, when I had my Pizza Planet shirt on, Frank C said, Sky, check Gunn's friend finally stopped shilling. Wait, what? Oh my God. Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm gonna do that. Oh yeah. Thank you, Frank C. But when we was having these conversations, people was like, hey, yo, Sky, you tripping, right? You know, all that's going on. Why is you talking about this? You know? And I told y'all, just in case we end up at this point where we are now, I'm going to make sure that I've been covering this. All right? So now there is a new rumor. Oh, wait, no, this ain't even a rumor. Excuse me. This part is apparently confirmed. Right? Where Supergirl producer, you know, Peter Safran, I'm pretty sure he's talking about, right? Let's yep. Oh yeah. DC Studios co-chairman and co-CEOs James Gunn and Peter Safran have already met with Paramount Skydance Chairman and CEO David Ellison, amid the ongoing proposed mergers between Warner Brothers Discovery and Paramount Skydance. Right? Lars P. Winter confirmed that Ellison has already been to Atlanta. Right? That's where we shoot all our movies that James directs. He came to Atlanta. We showed him everything, and we're having discussions with him. Right? Blah, 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 blah. And then, all right, here we go. He's pretty open to what we're doing. We do have a slate, and a lot of it. Obviously, Clayface is already coming out. We already have the Lanterns TV show, right? On those things, the trains left the station. So we're good, right? But he's a big fan. So this was the plan, to flood the block with as much bullshit as you can get out. And that way, hey, we got this slate. We got all this stuff coming out, even though it's all flopping. Right? Even though it's all flopping. Look, we got all this stuff coming out, and it's going to be great. You know? Man, bro. Ooh. So there you have it. David Ellison's a fan. I got a question. Was Netflix talking about they pulling up to go see what James Gunn and Peter Safran was doing? No, they pulled up to the studio. Oh my God, bro. Oh my God, bro. How many times do we got to tell y'all? Right? Because I keep saying, even if he don't, look, even if James Gunn gets fired, they could very much keep this universe, which is just as bad. Because I don't think that if they're going to reboot again, right? Anybody got answers for this? Huh? What happened to all them people that was trying to tell us, Zack Snyder fans, hey, you guys should rock out with this Paramount merger, guys, right? You guys should really rock out with this merger, guys. Like, hey, they're going to bring back Zack Snyder, right? Diva said, it's funny when people blame Zack Snyder for the DCEU, but they forget that it was Hamada who made all those decisions. Hey, you know what's crazy? But guess where Hamada at? Over at Paramount, right? Ooh, the plot thickens, right? Ooh-wee. What they gonna say now? Diva said, oh, really? I didn't know that. Yeah, Hamada over at Paramount right now. The same place where people is begging the Snyderverse to go. Crazy how that works, right? And Sarnoff is also somebody that's connected to Paramount in like a way of only like 1 or 2 degrees of separation, right? But they want, is Joe Buck saying, Toby Emmerich there too, right? But hey, right? We're supposed to sit back and believe that they was just going off the strength. I bet you that they ain't gonna report on this right here though. Right? See, it's cool to talk bad about James Gunn right now, bro. See, here's the thing that I've learned, right? Like, these people are never consistent. They're never consistent, right? They go with whatever the wind, wherever the wind blows, right? It's very easy to be on YouTube and to go along with what everybody else is saying. Matter of fact, it takes absolutely no courage. It takes no effort. It takes no intellect to just go along with what everybody else is saying. So it's crazy how these people went from, oh my God, Zach needs to go, Zach's the problem, anybody but Zach's, like all of these influencers, if they all went from Zach's the problem, Zach's got to go, to, yeah, when James Gunn came on, hey, let's all give James Gunn a chance. James Gunn's a new guy. Hey, let's just rock out. This movie's going to be awesome. When Superman came out, or it was getting ready to come out, everybody was caping for it, talking about white boy summer this, right? It was all cool. It was all good. But then when the movie came out, oh man, it started to not be so it started to not be so taboo to talk bad about him, right? It's like, oh well, and now we're kind of admitting a little bit, you know, that James Gunn might have actually been a problem, even though the Suicide Squad movie flopped, his Creature Commandos flopped. Peacemaker put up YouTube numbers. They keep trying to act like that was such a great thing. The Batman wiped the floor with Peacemaker, wiped the absolute floor with it. They act like that wasn't a thing, right? I mean, there's been so much. There's been so much of this BS. It's been so much that, you know, it just has come to the point where it's like, hey, and now we're full circle. Now we're full circle. Everybody's back to hating on Gunn now because, yeah, it's easy to. It's easy to. Now he should go, right? Now it's cool. Now these movies are bad. We've been saying that shit the whole time, bro. What up, L Necron? Said change the guitar strings. Hey man, look, bro. Look, you give him hell, bro. Bringing out the battle axe, and that's what the cool table be on. Sin Havoc said Hamada and Sarnoff, Toby Emmerich, and Jeff Johns has a consultant job as an advisor, right? Yeah. Joe Buck said if they made a bunch of animated show announcements to distract everyone from Supergirl flopping today. Look, bro. Yep. Whatever, man. I don't give a shit about these shows. I was actually having that conversation with somebody else that was a longtime DC fan too. And they also brought that up. They were like, yo, they just want to be able to go watch something DC again, period. Do you know how egregious it is that I ain't even been watching this shit that's been coming out? Right? Sin Havoc said that their investments aren't panning out. Right? Who gonna tell me that I was tripping though? Right? Who gonna tell me that I was tripping? And hey, I was talking to Frank C earlier. He brought up a great point. This could absolutely be them just trying to divert attention from the Supergirl flopping and try to make it seem like everything's all good. I get that. Absolutely. But just in case that this ends up panning out, we're going to have this conversation because No, ain't no way I'm not talking about this shit. Joe Nathan says somebody give the woman king a fork and tell her until his gun is done. This is what he did to Waller. I get PTSD every time I think about how much I loved Air Suicide Squad. Hey, bro. Look, this is this same guy, right? Where'd it go? Do I still have that one, or did I get rid of that one? Oh yeah, here we go.
I would just release the air cut.
Yeah, well, he doesn't want the air cut to be released, so there's that. All right.
Everything dope. They like, nah. Joe Buck said there's an absolute Batman show, and Darkseid is supposed to be in the DCU. Oh my god, bro. Oh my god, bro. Bro, they are trolling. They're trolling, bro. Oh my god. Yo, I was about to, okay. I gotta stop, bro. I gotta stop because he said it's a 3D animated show. I was about to flip because I thought it was about to be live action. And do you guys know who I thought they were gonna have play him? You guys should know. So I was about to flip out. Necron said only a Snyder can understand a Snyder. Man, I don't understand what's going on, bro. Well, I do understand, but they just trying to play defense, bro. Hey guys, everything's fine. Everything's fine. We're gonna keep making all these trash ass projects that nobody wants to watch, and they're all gonna keep flopping, and we're gonna keep. Oh my god. He said, no, Sky thought it was old boy from War Machine. Yeah, bro. I was about to flip, bro. Oh my, bro. I was about to flip, dog. I was like, yo. Bro, I was about to flip, bro. I don't think you're, bro. I was about to flip. I was that would have been one of them. I might have had the end the stream moments, bro. Stop giving the nerds ideas, my guy, bro. I can't, bro. No, I thought it was live action, bro. I thought it was live action, dog. And if I was about, dude, I was about to end the stream, bro. And Necron said, yeah, positive press to ignore the horrendous Supergirl reviews. Exactly, bro. Yeah, we got Darkseid coming in Mr. Miracle. The fucking Mr. Miracle. Bro, we don't have a Batman established in this universe. And these motherfuckers talking about Mr. Miracle. We get Mr. Miracle before Batman. I need you guys to understand that. Frank C said, Sky, notice these shills stop talking about KFC. Bro, because they ate the chicken, bro. They still got the grease on their fingers. He said, dude, Lex Luthor in the Buzz Lightyear costume comment is still laughing. Bro, he like Buzz Lightyear, bro. Tell me he don't. To infinity and below. No, that was hilarious, bro. Oh my god. Man, I'm so done with these things, bro. I don't understand. I don't get it. I don't get it. Right. A shout out to Nessa Noel for the 10 jewels. Let me go ahead and let me give you a drop.
Good evening. We, the unwilling, led by the unknowing, are doing the impossible for the ungrateful. We have done so much for so long with so little. We are now qualified to do anything with nothing.
All right. Lord Necron said, "We got photographic of the case of the KFC chef cooking with Maestro. Crazy, man." DC all the way said, "Really missing Ava DuVernay's New Gods movie. That would have been beautiful." The only reason that I wasn't really rocking with that one, man, is because like it was about to be different from what, man, she didn't want to do the dark side. It was about to get, bro. She didn't want Ray Porter, bro. I don't like that, dog. Like I don't like that at all. You know. But why can't we just have nice stuff, man? Huh? I mean, yo, if you guys really think about it, Zack Snyder's Justice League is the best fucking superhero movie of all time. I mean, you can't. I mean, it's arguably the best comic book movie of all time. I don't want to hear anything else. Like, it's arguable at the very least. And getting a simple sequel to this has been one of the most ridiculously challenging things in Hollywood history. It's wild. Hey, nah. I rock with Ava's movies. I like A Life of Pi too. I just need Ray Porter, bro. Diva said that Dan Lin should have accepted the CEO position at DC back in 2022. Here's the thing though, right? They didn't want to look. The thing with Dan Lin in that situation, from what I remember, or that I think about the situation post getting all this behind the scenes knowledge from Shields and stuff like that. I think what that was is Dan Lin saw the writing on the wall, right? And I think that the allure of them doing this cheap reboot was just too, it was just too much, right? And it's really became a thing of them just trying to do this cheap reboot somehow over above anything else, which was also gonna lead into this attempted crossover with Marvel down the line and a needing to kind of Marvelize the whole DC universe in a certain aspect, right? Sin Average said Ava DuVernay was going to do Darkseid's origin story as Uxas first. What could have been? Yeah. Yep. And Dan Lin had his own production company too. Yep. The allure of that damn, cheap reboot, man, and them having Gunn do this was just too strong, right? And yes, he was a fan of Zach's work. Absolutely. That's why he pulled up to the Rebel Moon double feature for the director's cuts. He was in the building. You know what I mean? So I don't want to hear that he's not rocking with Zach's work, you know. I don't really think that that can be stated at all. So sitting here drinking my dinner. I'm on these smoothies for the week. Tomorrow's my last day. I mean, I've been having to have just smoothies and juice and stuff all week. Anyway, y'all let me know in the chat what y'all think. Hold up. Let me check this poll too. Let me see what y'all saying in the poll. So far, we got 28 votes. And existing contracts and finances is the leading thing with 54%. And then in second place is It Won't Happen with 21%. And third is They Believe in His Vision, 18%, and No Interest in the Snyderverse is last with 7%. So most of you guys think it's going to be because of finances, if it happens, right? Because what I'm not going to do is sit here and not cover this stuff. Lord Necron says, you must be dropping pounds on a damn liquid diet. Yeah, bro. Yeah. That's why I was kind of tired that last stream because, you know, it's been like a little bit of a long week. But the thing is, though, we feel good. And because I'm about to be playing in the basketball league starting on Sunday. So I had to do a quick, like, little recharge for the body before I start giving people buckets on Sunday. You know what I mean? So excited. Everything came through together too, like nicely, because I ordered some shoes and it was like a certain color. But I was like, I don't care. And then we was picking our colors in a group chat later. And then my homie said the color that was going to match with my shoes for the jerseys. And everybody agreed. I was like, look at God, man. All right. He said, let's go Knicks, bro. Get out of here, man. I'm already off that. Anyway, TJ says, so the media lied when they said her Dark Side was going to be a different version from Snyder's. Nah, bro. Nah, I think it was. I'm pretty sure it was, bro. Like, so, nah, I think he said free agency coming up. I'll put a good word in with the Spurs front office. Hey, bro, you know what's funny? The way that we signed up, it was like you were either a free agent, you were like a team owner because you could have your own team coming in, or if you want to hoop with your friends, you can sign up as a restricted free agent. So I was a restricted free agent because it's gonna be me and the homies. Right. Yeah. Oh man. They said that Gunn's biggest fan, the leader of the leader of Run with Gunn. Oh man, y'all remember that? Y'all remember that? Put a LOL in the chat if you remember Run with Gunn. And then we got R&B over here talking about he hated it. Nah, bro. Nah, we not. Look, do I got to do this again?
this movie has to be the definitive Superman movie. And I would dare say it's probably going to be, it has to be the best Superman movie that's ever been made. Because the DC universe, this new DCEU, if it's anything less, it's a failure.
When you say that, are you saying like the quality of the film, or are we talking box office numbers like Man of Steel?
I'm both.
Yeah.
This movie has to be the best Superman movie of all time.
What's really interesting is there's this weird, like, I don't think that James Gunn's Superman is in competition with anything else. They're starting from scratch and building something new. The economics are not to be compared to something that happened over 10 years ago. They've spent the money on 2 movies.
Now it could end in the 600 million range. That would be a disaster. That would be somebody else should take over DC. Because, man, that would be really bad. I mean, I guess they could wait to greenlight further projects because we'll have our answer to this by the end of the summer. Maybe that's the answer. See where it ends. But if it ends with a 6 in front of it, that's really bad.
What I'm trying to say here is that I don't even think this movie needs to be profitable to be successful.
To doom, motherfuckers.
Hey. Oh my God, bro. He said, be right back. Hey, for sure, bro. Hey, pull up if you want to, bro. Too much says, how is James Gunn gonna do a crossover with Marvel when Marvel is going back to phase 1 Marvel? That James Gunn formula is done at Marvel. Hey, that was the plan. Too much. I know that you might not believe it, but that was the plan, bro. That was the plan. I got a lot of streams covering that, you know, a lot of streams, bro. A lot of streams breaking that down and showing you guys evidence that that was the plan. 100%. That was the plan. And it still is, because why else would you be doing this? Why else would WB be marvelizing DC? Why would they bring over the guy that was in charge of that was running that was running some Marvel movies, right? Why would you bring that guy in to be the head of DC Studios? Right? And then is anybody hold on, and then watch this, right? Is anybody gonna, bro, what if the plan is just not having be the CEO anymore, but he's still just running the crossover? Y'all ain't forgot about that, right? Right? TJ said, did Rob forget what he said? No, he didn't forget what he said. He got that phone call, and that was that switch up. That was that switch up. Diva said, it's funny how channels like Our Movie News and Ping Pong turn pro-gun. Hey, and a bunch of them about to turn anti-gun right now. They about to turn into anti-gun advocate. Yeah. Oh my God, bro.
I did. Yeah, I did. Mm-hmm. I did.
Oh my God, man. I'm sorry. That was funny. To me, it was. Anyway, Frank C says Sky Gunn got community noted. I just not a good. He got community noted, bro. What's going on with this guy, bro? Oh my God, bro. He got the debut wrong for Rick Flag? Tell me it ain't. Say it ain't so. Well, say it ain't so. Say it ain't so, Jimmy, bro. You got community noted, bro. You trying to say when Rick Flag? Oh my God, bro. It said this shit lacked context. Oh my God, bro. They said, look, this, we're going to provide context. And that crowd said, halls of Congress, community noted. Damn, bro, we ain't forgetting this.
And will this be a fully exclusive 45-day theatrical window?
Fully exclusive to theaters, yes.
And will this be self-enforced? In other words, if you fall short of that?
That is the industry. It is the industry standard for self-enforcement. However, routinely, movies that underperform, the window moves a little bit. And Superman was a little shorter window, and Sinners was a little longer window, but they still could refer to it as a 45-day window.
And so I guess the trend right now, though.
Crazy. Diva said if Universal brought WB, things would have been different. Man, if Netflix would have bought it, we wouldn't be in this mess. Like they were supposed to. But Paramount was over there. Oh, no. The same thing they accusing Netflix of now. You're trying to undermine the deal. Right? Netflix was promoting the Snyderverse. Snyder Cut, ZSJL, talking about the next. Having it front and center of the merger. The logos on top of the movie. What are we talking about? These people over here talking about, yeah, we love what James Gunn is doing. Bro, Netflix was about to shut all that down, dog. Y'all think Man of Tomorrow would have stayed in production? Probably would have called him like, hey, bro, you might as well, you look, it ain't gonna come out either way. Right? Crazy. But hey, I digress, right? Y'all put y'all last questions and comments down at the bottom. Right? Y'all let me know if I'm tripping. I'm gonna check this poll one more time. Oh, it's still the same, but it's a little bit more for existing contracts and finances, and it's 10% now. Is no interest in the Snyderverse. It was 7, but it didn't went up to 10. Right? You see, because at this point, what I don't want to hear is that there's just nobody better, right? Or that there was nobody better suited. He said, Senator Necron. So Superman was a flop. Ted Sarandos. Yes, it was. Necron duly noted. He like, just for the sake of the record book, I gotta put it on wax. So it was a flop. He's like, yeah, we like to kind of couch it a little better than that, but I guess in regular civilian terms, you could say it was a flop. Yes. I'm gonna run this back one more time, bro.
And will this be a fully exclusive 45-day theatrical window?
Fully exclusive to theaters, yes.
And will this be self-enforced? In other words, if you fall short of that?
That is the industry. It is the industry standard for self-enforcement. However, routinely, movies that underperform, the window moves a little bit. And Superman was a little shorter window, and Sinners was a little longer window, but they still could refer to it as a 45-day window.
And so I guess the trend right.
Nasty work, bro. Nasty work. That's public information. Public information forever, bro. Right? But hey, this is on wax now that allegedly James Gunn might be keeping his job. Y'all just as confused as I am. I promise. Diva said Gunn used Peacemaker season 2 as an excuse to pull Superman out of the theater. Like that's ever even been a thing, right? Oh yeah, see, I wanted to pull it out of theaters because the Peacemaker thing is coming up, and I didn't want to spoil. What? Pull that shit out of theaters because it's flopping. Right? Let him know, Divas. He said Supergirl won't even surpass the Marvels. Wouldn't be shocked if it don't. Would not be shocked. Nah. Sinavi says, remember, Sky, David Ellison was bragging about this at CinemaCon instead of showing up for a Senate hearing. The same one where he said, hey, he had a death in the family. He said, wait, ain't this picture from CinemaCon? Yeah. Is this the picture from CinemaCon, right? So this is when he had a death in the family that he couldn't show up to the Senate hearing for, but he could be at CinemaCon, though, giving this thing and be all smiles. I guess if they wasn't that close. Right. Let's see. Quentin says, I'm not losing sleep over this. If Gunn stays, I stay away. It's simple. Hey, I feel it. All right. El Necron says these guys' explanations sound like guilty people trying to justify their crimes. And crazy word salad, right? Yeah. Too much says I heard about that so-called crossover. That crap ain't gonna work. A Phase 1 Marvel and Zach DC crossover would have made sense, but this lunk James Gunn got going on. Nah. I don't think that's going to stop them from trying, bro. Look, I go back a long time, If you remember, Zack Snyder said that they were trying to push them to do a Marvel thing. That was the thing when Zack Snyder was back there. So they've always been pushing for this. Even when Zack was there, they were pushing for this. And I don't think it's going to work at all, right? I think Zack's universe doesn't necessarily mesh well with that one. The plan was to be in have these kind of movies where it was going to be some Avengers characters appearing in some DC movies, some DC characters appearing in some Marvel movies, and then doing one big one. But yeah, that Marvel was supposed to be in charge of. So yeah, I'm not new to this whole conversation, but the fact that you know, we all don't want it to happen does not make a difference to either one of these companies. They seem dead set on trying to get this thing done, no matter what they're doing, or no matter what the fan base or the communities want. See, here's the thing too. Me personally, I don't even give a shit if they do the crossover. Just give me my Snyderverse. That's all we've cared about. But the problem is we seem to not be able to get what we want while the studio is also pushing this other stuff and like trying to make us eat that, you know? Hey, I'm just saying. Diva said Gunn is the perfect director for a Booster Gold movie. Yep. Is it not the head of DC Studios, right? No. Diva says yet another. I do think Clayface will be good if Gunny don't have his hands on it, but it should have belonged in the Reeves verse. Yeah, that's the thing. Like his hand's gonna be on it. Okay, I think you guys need to understand something, all right? Because some of y'all might be new. James Gunn has his hands on all of this shit that's coming out. All of it. All of it. He had a hand in changing shit on Joker 2. He's going to have a hand in changing stuff on the Batman 2. He already took his villain in Clayface. Right? He has his hands on all of this stuff. Creature Commandos. Right? Hey, shouts out to the dog. We got Apex Lux in the building. What's going on, homie?
Hey, what up?
We chilling, bro.
Man, I unfortunately wasn't on the stream. I got caught up in some shit, but I was like, oh, let me hop in, say what up to the homie.
Yeah.
I know you in this bitch cooking.
Yeah, right now I'm just clarifying that right now James Gunn has his hands on all of these DC projects, and we're not gonna act like he doesn't, you know.
100%. And I don't know if people are trying to pretend as though he doesn't, or
I think they might be new because I haven't seen them in the chat, but they've been cool. It's just
okay,
new, you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, yeah, he definitely does. There was a reviewer, just briefly, real quick, that was saying one of the first things he said in his review was like, James Gunn told everybody that he was going to oversee these scripts and nothing was going to be green until something was great, right? And we see the release of Supergirl, what happened. So that reviewer definitely gave the onus to James Gunn, which I thought was amazing. I thought that was great. You know what I mean? Like, do that. So yeah, you got to throw him out throw the baby out with the bathwater, all that. Like the whole thing's got to be cleared. I don't even know where we're at with this topic, but I just got to get that out the way. Like if anybody's thinking that this shit or somebody's trying to come up with a premise so that Ellison and Paramount can keep Gunn there, then they're a plant and they're part of the problem, because Gunn is the root of this evil. He's the root of it. And the root's got to be plucked. Like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts. This isn't if James Gunn would have done Supergirl. No. He's at the root. He got to go.
Yeah, he has his hands on all this stuff, man. All this stuff. I was like, he took Matt Reeves' villain, right? Matt Reeves just kept having to rewrite that movie. How many times did we get conflicting stories where Matt Reeves literally said that the script was done and then James Gunn said that it wasn't?
I remember people celebrated the very first time Matt Reeves said the script was done. That shit was done like 3 or 4 years ago. Or at least it feels that way. When did the Batman drop?
Was it like 2022? 2021?
He said that bitch was done around 23 or 24, bro. The first time.
2022, yeah.
Yeah, around 20. I'm gonna say, just to be safe, 2024. He said that script was done, and I remember.
Yeah, he was definitely saying it by.
You remember that, right?
Yeah. He was. I mean,
the very first time.
You're being pretty generous,
right?
Yeah, you're being pretty.
I would be safe. I think.
Yeah,
I feel you. You feel me, right? Like, it's safe to say 2023, right? But just to be nice,
let's say
2024. Because I promise you, I remember them twerking heavy for that movie. Oh, the script was done. Woo, 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 woo. He was saying it was done, and I don't like that movie. So, and what happened behind the scenes. So I remember, like, man, they got the damn script done. I remember being pissed about that. And then Gunn came through and was like, later on, saying whatever he was saying about, like, I don't know what everybody's hearing about scripts being done, but no, I've seen no script. I've read no script. He's still working on it. And then fast forward, Matt Reeves had to come and pretend like he never said that, but he said it in a way that was like he never. It was such a mind wipe. He literally, I remember he had a microphone stuck in his face, and somebody asked him about the movie, and he was like, yeah, we're still working on it, and we're feeling good about it, and blah blah blah. And I'm like, what?
Yep.
I'm like, hold on.
After he had just said that it was done.
He said it was done. Like, what are we talking about? And I'm like, and then we did streams about it. Talking about how Gunn must have had, put the metaphorical gun to his head. Like, hey, bro, nah. Script ain't done. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
Man.
Wow, man. Cause like, it's funny because even with that movie, we had hella problems with all that stuff behind the scenes, but I still walked out of it saying, I was like, hey, I'm more excited for the sequel than I enjoyed that movie, right? So even though I didn't like the first one, I thought it ended in a place where I was like, okay, I could maybe be hyped for a sequel, right? So I was still, technically speaking, engaged with that universe.
Yeah. Especially in comparison.
Right? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Right? So at that point, it's like when he getting his Batman potentially snatched, bro. I think that's why we still don't have a Batman, yo. I think James Gunn still want Robert Pattinson's Batman, bro.
It's
like,
easy.
Look, like Sin Havik just brought up a second ago. That's why Josh Horowitz was asking Matt Reeves about putting his Batman with Gunn.
Yes,
Superman L. Yeah, because he kept asking him. He's like,
covered that on your channel too.
What if he really, really wants it? You know?
Yep.
What if he really, really wants your Batman though? Like,
and he was saying it almost like a consigliere, like the guy who was speaking for the mobster. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, bro, what if this is an offer you can't refuse? You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, bro, like. It's not happening.
Healthy, right? Like everything's good.
How's your car looking?
Right? Yeah. And then Sin Havik said, then Grace Randolph leaked out Matt Reeves' health situation. And even she said Gunn was messing with Reeves' script. Exactly, bro. And they were saying, yo, Matt Reeves might walk away.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Yeah, nah, this is crazy. It's in Evans says, I think Sky did like 3 streams about this for sure.
Something like that. Yep.
We damn sure covered it.
Yep. I remember that.
Yeah, man. Yeah, bro. Like James Gunn is responsible for all this, bro. Look, if he was tweaking movies like The Flash, Aquaman 2, and all this stuff that was filmed before he came in, you think he gonna not be tweaking stuff that's filmed under his purview?
Right.
What are we talking about? There is no way to separate James Gunn from the failure of these movies, right? And if we rewind to that article when I got interviewed, right? When I was speaking on behalf of the campaign. And I was saying, hey, man, like, I just want the Zack Snyder fan base to be, left out of this conversation. And I want James Gunn's success or failure to be on his own merit for
merit.
it not to be associated with the Snyder fan base. Because every time that these movies start flopping, it's everybody else's fault. It's Zack Snyder fans' fault, right? Because we're toxic. We're the ones doing all this. You see how they low-key can't say that shit no more. I think that's because of us with the Netflix conversation and how we just pulled the veil back and we was all so positive and we just removed ourselves from that side of the conversation.
Yep.
Because they'd probably be still blaming Zack Snyder fans, bro.
Yep.
Like, bro, keep it a buck, dog.
No, that's 100.
It'd have been too easy.
And that's why I hesitate at times to engage in that sort of rhetoric and conversation. Even to this day, it has to be something on my mind that I know is like, okay, I have to say this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have to respond to this or say this because I'm still not trying to, because I see motherfuckers arguing all day on Twitter, talking about the same old shit. And I'm just like, why are y'all still talking? Like, bro, who gives a fuck? You got nothing to offer of substance. You just keep this stupid ass conversation going. But then when we start talking about Paramount and what they are not doing and what they are doing and what they may be trying to keep and who they may be trying to keep, oh, that's crickets. That's crickets. Y'all will cry all day about the aesthetics of Gunn's films versus Zack's films, and he's a hack. James Gunn is a hack, and y'all talk about that shit all day. Y'all even talk about Walter Hamada, but we start talking about Ellison, Paramount, and everybody over there at that fucking studio. Excuse my French. That done escaped the sinking ship to crawl over like little rats over to Paramount. That's crickets. Y'all got no conversation for that. So that's why I am very careful about how I engage with the topic of James Gunn, these movies in general, even on social media, because I'm still, to a degree, respecting the ROEs, even when I'm not using hashtags. It's because it's just, you just got to keep keep yourself sharp. You know what I mean?
Right. Yet another says, well, my guess is Gunn tried to push Pattinson into the DCU by taking the villain from his sequel, but Reeves didn't agree, so he delayed the movie to rewrite the script with a different villain. Yes, you are right, but it went further than that, bro. Bruh, he was about to cancel this movie. Like, I don't think you guys understand how deep this went.
Yep.
He was trying to cancel the Batman too, bro.
Yep. I remember that.
Right? He didn't want the movie to come out.
Yep.
He wanted to absorb his entire Batman and his whole universe, and Matt Reeves was going to go bye-bye, bro.
If not for this merger or whatever situation, if not for this bidding situation, this shit was going to be pushed back into oblivion until he damn near had no choice but to bow down and say, just take the character.
That's why he was talking about not being able to crack the script, and if it ain't soon, then he was going to walk away.
Which is
because he had it in his contract that he was supposed to be able to control his Batman, but
100%. And that's Matt Reeves' perspective. And I'm just gonna say this, and you can get it back. Gunn's perspective is, I don't know how to crack Batman. I don't know what to do. He's a hard character to write. Blah 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 blah. Right? Paraphrasing. Right? While at the same time, Matt Reeves is running around saying, "Hey, I basically don't know if I'm gonna do this." I'm also paraphrasing with that. You know what I'm saying? Think about how those two things coincide with one another. Those things aren't being said at that time for no reason. They both mean something. They're both connected. I don't know how to write Batman. Matt Reeves is like, I don't know if I'm going to continue to write Batman.
Right? Yeah. Yeah, crazy. Crazy how all this turned out, man.
Yep.
Right? And yes, now we got James Gunn and Matt Reeves having to report to him.
Crazy.
Who even on his face is insane. But hey, man, you get what they.
Yep.
You took somebody's movie.
Yep.
And now look at what happened, right?
Yep.
Crazy.
I love that you brought that up, bro.
Nah, bro. Hey, no, yes. For real. We got
facts. You You get what you pay for, huh? You get what you took, huh?
Crazy, bro.
That's
crazy
ugly, ain't it?
Crazy how that worked out.
Man, it was something else you brought up too that I wanted to touch on. Oh man, what was it? Man, I can't even remember. I'll probably remember later.
DC Autoway says, question is Gunn involved in DC animation? Because Batman Nightfall looks good, and I heard it might be doing they might be doing an absolute Batman animated series. That Nightfall trailer did look good, bro. When they
I watched
first
it over a dozen times, bro.
when they first brought up absolute Batman, I thought it was live action, bro. I almost cut the stream off because you already knew where I was going, right?
Yeah, bro.
Bro,
Yeah.
I was about to say,
Don't say it.
bro.
Don't
I
do
was
it.
about to be like, bro, don't tell me that they did that, bro.
Don't do it.
I was about to say,
That'd be
don't
so
tell
bad.
me.
Because you know who they're
Bro.
gonna cast.
Right. Exactly.
I would just reject DC as a fan.
I was gonna be like, they went and found the Batman that this guy can kind of play.
Yep.
Just to spy. Come
Yep.
on, bro.
Crazy. But nah, it's
It's anime,
which me and Cozy talked about that in the spaces. Y'all go check it out after this. But long story short, I'm not thrilled about Absolute Batman because I think the character is kind of dumb in the way that he's very lethal and brutal,
but not lethal.
But he's a fucking cartoon character. Essentially, like he's stabbing niggas with katana blades damn near on his ears, right? nine is 10 blades, but I missed arteries, so he's fine. He's chopping hands off with his a battle axe from his chest, but he's not dying because I missed arteries. This is stupid. This is stupid. You've reached cartoonish levels of illogic here. This is dumb. This is Batman via the Looney Tunes at this point. It's basically
Looney Tunes
violence porn. That's all it is. Violence porn, bro. Or corn. Excuse me. Violence corn.
Harry says Paramount keeping Gunn is PR. It's used as reassurance so the next few films flop. Wait till the next few films flop and Gunn's contract is up. It's over. Look, man. Bro,
I ain't trying to hear that.
I was just about to say,
go ahead, bro. This is
I'm
your
about to
channel.
say,
Go
they
ahead,
don't
bro.
take all that, bro. Like, dog, all this reassurance, you don't have, bro. Paramount is advertising Supergirl, bro. They didn't have to do that, dog. I need you guys to understand this. So, and also, even if Gunn is gone, they might keep the actors and keep doing this universe, which is just as bad, in my opinion. It's just as bad.
And I completely agree with that nuance that it's just as bad. That needs to be emphasized. I don't want people to go, well,
as bad, bro.
I mean, they got rid of Gunn, so they need to get rid of everything he's a part of, all the things he touched, the actors he got. Yep.
Which is everything. Everything must go.
Hey, facts.
You can't do that, bro. Like, you can't, bro. This entire thing has been an abject failure from its inception.
Why are we right?
Creature Commandos.
Did he keep Supergirl from what you call it? Did he keep any of the actors from the old
Flash?
days?
Nope.
Facts. None of them. Go ahead. What you about to say next?
I don't even remember. Go ahead, bro. Cook. Oh my! In a crypto series, bro.
No. I was just agreeing with you. Like, oh, check the. I can't right now, but
yes, it's these shows, bro. These animation shows. Absolute Batman, Joker, Laugh Riot series, and Crypto.
Oh God. Okay.
Crypto, bro, from a movie that ain't nobody about to give a shit about. Bro, don't nobody care about these movies, dog. Yo, when did Zack Snyder get this much rope, bro? To just have flop after flop after flop after flop.
You see this all the time at the level of a top producer who, between them or separately, will make flop after flop after flop after flop. I'm not going to name them, but I know who they are. And they're not all American either. And they still get paid huge sums of money for being in films that nobody wants to see. And producers make pictures out of which they take enormous sums of money. And the films, again, are not films people want to see. They're always going to blame somebody else. Always. Not their fault. No, you were the one who said, or whatever. And there's a word for that. It's called upward failure. You see it all the time.
Shout out to Christopher Lee, man.
Banger of a quote.
Look, what's your final thoughts, bro? Because I was about to close this stream on down, bro. Let's just go ahead and get on out of here.
Yeah, man. You know, as usual, thank you for the information, and thank you for keeping up with the unbiased level of how you deliver it, man. I know people may look at it as a bias, but it's like the only reason that you have so much passion against a lot of this stuff is because it just, you're being sensible. We've looked at all sides and all angles, and we're not seeing anything that's signaling that, you know, Paramount, for example, should have the Snyderverse. James Gunn should stick around, and the DCU should continue. There's no evidence to suggest that these things should happen.
None.
So it's not a bias. It's we've looked at the raggedy ass car that y'all keep trying to sell us, and we're like, I don't want the keys. Keep it. I'll go to another lot. You know what I mean? So hats off to you. Shout out to you. And yeah, I don't know what else there is to say at this point in time other than everybody get ready, because your favorite shills are gonna they gotta come holler at us. They gotta come let us know why they've been caping and twerking, and now all of a sudden they're doing a 180. These things need to be answered.
All of a sudden.
You know,
David said, "This is crazy. It's almost like a big money laundering operation, bro." I'm telling you,
been saying that for how long?
Do you remember the first time that I said that, bro? I was like, "Yo, this shit almost like money laundering."
Yep.
The streets ain't been the same since, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I think I said that on Oh Boy stream too. Yeah,
probably.
Yep.
Damn, it's been going on that long too.
Yeah, bro.
It's crazy. When you just said that, I'm like, damn.
Like, man, this shit is a money. I'm like, bro, this is almost like they washing money, bro. I was like, come on, man, this is crazy.
Yep.
All this, like, I'm purposefully not gonna bring back the guy that's gonna make the money. What are we talking about? Like,
insane, man.
Like, bro, how long before you start asking that question? Like, what's really going on here? Like, wait, the person that's actually going to make the money, you guys just refuse to bring him back?
Insanity.
In what other avenue would this be okay? Right?
Nowhere, bro.
Like, let's say if you were in charge and you were investing in a restaurant and it was a chef that was just making the best food and had the people lining up around the block. And all of a sudden he just gets fired. And every new chef you keep bringing in is just not it. And it's like, he didn't even do nothing wrong.
Right.
You gonna bring him back? Why?
Crazy.
How long before you would demand, hey man, y'all go get that guy back? How long?
Another angle with your example. What if you're somebody who is a patron? You always come to that restaurant, and that chef is gone, and the new chef that they hired is trash. You start to wonder, like, are they doing this on purpose?
Yeah.
Like, was the guy demanding too much? Do they think they're saving money? What is the problem? because they're losing customers. And they're breaking
every time
health
you go
code violations.
with less and less people, right?
and health code violations are being or you know what I mean?
But now they got a B rating,
right?
Like
this is an A+, now it's a B. What's going on? You would think this has to be something. My gears would turn. I'd be like, yeah, they're doing this shit on purpose. There's got to be some insurance shit.
Necessary. I swear they addicted to not making money.
Crazy. That's a horrible
Diva
addiction.
said Zach focused on the mythological aspects, which WB didn't like. Interesting.
I mean, sure. That's one reason. That's one reason.
Oh, wait, is that why they going in on the Odyssey, bro? Is that why they going in on the Odyssey, bro?
Might be.
Hey,
they hate us thinking, bro.
Bro, I don't know, man, because something's weird how they trying to attack that movie, dog.
Ain't
it's
it weird,
bro? It's super weird. Hey, I got my tickets. I had my tickets last year, so ain't no critics about to infect me, bro. You know what I mean? I'm about to be in there IMAX opening weekend, baby, 70 millimeter. What you know about it? I got my tickets for Spider-Man too, bro. Already, right? I'm gonna be in Spider-Man. You know what I ain't?
The new joint.
Yeah. You know what I ain't got my tickets for? Supergirl. Yeah. I ain't got no plans on getting no Supergirl tickets, bro. I ain't got no plans on seeing Lobo in the fat suit, bro. I'm good, dog.
Somebody DM me the other day and was like, yo, I just saw that hashtag you keep using. You funny as fuck.
Diva said
a random account too. I was like, hey, what you talking about? They're talking about
Divas,
the UGLY.
Send me that Supergirl link. You know what I mean? Because I'll watch it if somebody send it to me. For sure.
I just saw that. Yeah.
I'll watch it if somebody send it to me. But anyway.
Yeah, hey, we said that too.
Yep. Hey, because look, bro.
We'll definitely watch and review it, man.
Here's the thing. Because
review.
Hey, because we reviewed Superman. That was one of the funniest streams ever, dog.
Man, that was hilarious. Man, I'll even come back on my channel for that. I ain't gonna hold y'all.
Right? See? There you go.
For sure.
Supergirl. Anyway, man, look, bro. I'm about to get on out of here, dog. I'm tired of cooking on these conversations, to be honest, bro. I don't even like repeating myself like this. Right? Some of
redundancies,
bro. Some of these content creators, bro, they be out here and they enjoy making video after look. They even said it, right? I ain't making this up.
No.
Welcome to every video we make. We use one little thing and then we build the narrative out of it. Don't act like that's not what we do.
I don't build a narrative. I give my opinion.
Fucking. That's
you are hard.
What we do. Shit. You've made the same fucking video on the same topic at least 7 times a week, Ryan. And you're gonna act like we don't do that.
I talk about I talk about
says one fucking thing and we make a whole video out of it. That's what we do.
I talk about
right. Yeah, some of them like doing that type of shit. You know what I mean?
Then they had Graham Nolan on their channel. Ain't that that's a big Batman artist?
You know what's crazy, bro?
From back in the day. That's crazy.
I'm noticing that these like super panels seem to be like the way. It's crazy. Everybody's like teaming up, doing the
right
panels. It's crazy,
right?
Anyway, bro. Anyway,
30 pages of notes and shit.
I don't know. I guess that's the way, bro.
Yeah, man.
That's the way. You got to combine them audiences.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, hey, bro, last words, bro, because I'm about to be outro. I ain't even gonna hold you,
man. Just one, bro.
What's that?
Bang.
Go
Bye.